When a woman is the breadwinner. We've talked about this a lot, and the most recent, most insightful phone call that I've received on this subject was from Daniel 2 weeks ago. Daniel Yaba, hi. How are you?
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I think the issue at hand boils down to some kind of psychological rule.
Okay.
If you ask many of the single ladies today, how many of them will agree to marry a man who told them from the beginning that, see, I'm not doing anything. I know you are working. Let's be married. You'll be the breadwinner. How many of them will do it? We say yes, that they have found somebody. Because psychologically, they expect that the man should be responsible. And when we use the word being responsible, we are not saying anything more than at least economically be responsible.
Okay.
So, no woman, even if they get into the marriage and something happens, will be happy taking care of the whole responsibility, paying the fees, paying the school fees, paying the bills, feeding them. No woman. It becomes news when a woman is doing that because it is not the right thing. A woman should be a helpmate. Even from the Bible, God did not say, I'm creating your provider for you. He said, I'm creating a helpmate for you. So when a woman takes that role, automatically, there is problem somehow. It may be in the woman's psychology or in the man's psychology or in the family arrangement. There will just be a challenge somewhere, somehow, because...
Now, I'm glad you're saying that it's psychology, and I will concede that a lot of single women today may not want to marry men who are not working. Now, where do you think that psychology comes from?
Because I use the word psychology. So
where do you think it comes from?
Okay, I want to say something. I use the word psychology to actually dodge saying it's cultural, religious, and traditional rules.
Okay.
I supposedly use the word psychology just to be neutral. But actually, everybody comes from a culture, a tradition, or a religion, whichever one. Do you understand? And then education too comes in. Now, if you look at prevailing culture, tradition, religion, or whatever, they support that a man should play the role of being economically responsible.
Yes.
So people grew up expecting that.
You know,
understand?
Yes, but also if you look statistically, men are more likely to die before women, and that's because of the sheer amount of responsibility that men have to shoulder, especially financially. The sheer expectation from society, and by society I mean you, me, their wives, their mothers, their fathers, everybody. So imagine that we are a people who actually believe that man is made for culture. Right? Sorry, culture is made for man, not man for culture. Right? Imagine that we're a people who believe that, and we're a people who say, okay, this thing has been like this for a while, but there are also things that have been like that for a while, and we have agreed, okay, this is not serving us anymore. Let's do away with it. The same way Igbo people will say, if you're Igbo, I don't know if you're Igbo, but Igbo. Igbo people have a saying that if a god starts to misbehave, we'll show the god the tree that it was carved from. Do you understand? So, so email etufogi attra another god. You understand what I mean? So that means that if a culture is not serving you anymore, is it not upon you, the logical mammal, to say, okay, how do we tweak this thing so that it works for both the man and the woman? So that we get to a point where the conversation on radio is no longer single girls will be hesitant to marry men that are not working. The conversation will now be about maybe, my husband is a house husband, but the kids are not used to me anymore. They're more used to the conversation will move forward. It will not be like at this very basic place. I don't know. What do you think, Daniel?
Yeah, what I think is this. Like there's something you said earlier in the program. You said men 40 and below. I'm 40 and I'm below 40 rather. Let me just, you understand me?
Okay.
You said men 40 and below may be readily, already agree for having women share the responsibility or even being the breadwinner. You understand me? Now, one thing you should understand is that that conversation or that opinion should not come from a man.
Okay.
If men or a man suggests that, see, I'm tired of this cultural role or traditional or whatever role, I come and do. They will start seeing the man as being irresponsible or trying to dodge his responsibility
I agree
or
with
something.
you.
But if the conversation comes from the women, let's say the women come up now to say, okay, in education, primary school, in secondary school, we want to teach these things. In our churches, in our mosques, we want to teach these things. At home, we want to teach these things. If women themselves leave the first line in that, it will be easier to achieve it. But if a man or men want to leave that, they will begin to see them as trying to dodge, trying to become irresponsible, or in fact, they might even lose their respect at home. In fact, if a man goes to church and begin to talk this, a woman can be the breadwinner, he can pay school fees. But if he comes home, the wife
will drag her for ears, saying, "Wow, I could disgrace me outside like that."
So men find themselves in that, call it unfortunate situation. I came from a family of 7. I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers. In fact, I'm in the middle.
Okay.
Some of my sisters are married.
Okay.
I know what goes on in their home. One of my sister is the breadwinner. You don't know, the husband works.
Okay.
But
she makes more money.
Multi-millionaire. The husband is a civil servant and earns much, much less than her. Then I have another one of my sister whose husband is the boss, has been financially, and she has a business. I see how the family is. Okay. Do you understand me?
Okay.
When my sister has more money, she has more authority.
Okay.
Do you understand? In fact, sometimes they forward her husband and before the man came back, she pack all the children and go to one of her houses she has somewhere. Okay. And tell the man that when he cools down, he will come back. The man begged and begged. It took people like me and people that she respects to talk to her. But then I also know other of my sister that, I would say she has some issues even when we were growing up. Okay. Do you understand me? Okay. She has some issues. However, when she misbehaves, everything, she will easily plead with the husband, or the husband, acts too much, she will still call us, we'll talk to the man. So I realized that, economic power is the real power. Forget.
So you're giving me insight into something else men are afraid of. Men are afraid that women will now have agency. Because I know some friends, that when they quarrel with their husbands will leave the house and go and lodge in a hotel and not come back for weeks, for months, for days. And Sandra, family members will have to go and beg the man. Yes. But you see, a woman, and when it happens, hold on, Daniel. When it happens, people don't frown so much the way they would when your sister does it, for instance. So is that the problem? Is the problem that, we don't want women to be able to do things like that when it vex?
Let me tell you something. What is wrong is wrong. Okay. If a man leaves his house for any reason, him too is taking a risk.
I agree with you. I agree with you. They're both wrong to do it. But we they shout for only one. We know they shout for the other one.
Look,
why?
You see now, that boils down to say that if women are in the position of men, what men are doing, they will still do it. We talk about maybe a particular gender is being marginalized, a particular gender, no gender equality. You understand me? If you look at the tendencies men have, and you realize that when women have economic power, they exhibit those tendencies. You see, I think God just decided that, look, one person just have to be, for the sake of orderliness, one person should just be in authority.
You have lost me there because you now say God said it. It's not God that said it. But Daniel, thank you so much for calling.
It was quite the interesting conversation. I really loved it. I had a conversation with Daniel 2 weeks ago before I got ill last week, and I couldn't be at work. But you see, I want to stay on that last point that Daniel made. Stay with me. That last point that Daniel made, I want to stay there. He said that his sister, the breadwinner, she know they try. anytime when she and her husband quarrel, she go stay for hotel. I can't tell and say, but some men they do them too now. So why would they shout when woman do them, but we know they shout when man do them? And as you can see in that call, something clicked for me when he said that thing. Are some men afraid that women will base respect on finances because men base respect on finances? If that is the case, is the root cause of the problem that we base respect on finances? Is that the root cause of this problem? If boys and girls were taught that making money does not make you the head of the house, would more men find it easier when their wives are the breadwinners? Let me ask that question again. If we are teaching our boys and our girls, if we they teach them, say, the person where they make money, no be the person will be the head of the house. If it make men, they more accepting, they more willing when their wife be the breadwinner for the family. Does the problem come from the idea that there must be a head of house? Do you know why I'm asking that question? I'm asking that question because we got some calls in the early editions of this conversation. And some women called me and they were like, Omo, no be by humility and respect too. In fact, let me play this particular call for you.
Hello, good evening. I want to remain anonymous.
That's fine. Welcome.
For women that are saying if the woman is the one taking care of the house, everybody will know, or the woman should not be proud or this and that. My sister, you can only hear the truth from a woman that is suffering that kind of thing.
Okay.
That is when, like one person called earlier and said, you can only know with personal experience. It's not an experience that I will pray for my enemy to have, for the woman to be the one doing everything. And the man is saying, she's using my glory. No matter how you try to satisfy them, even their family will be saying you are using their glory. My sister, as I'm talking to you, I'm out of my marriage because of what I'm talking about now.
Okay.
There's nothing you do. If you like, cut your head and give to them. You can't satisfy them. They will say because you are making money, and the husband is there saying you are using his glory. So how do you want to cope? When the closest person to you is even saying that, what do you expect his family and outsiders to be saying? And that thing is killing. You see a lot of women, you just see them on the road. Even when a car is on it, they can't hear you. They are thinking of what they are passing through. But I don't know where the people got the insinuation that because the woman has money, that's why she is not being respectful. My sister, it's only the person, a woman that has went through the experience that can actually tell you that it's living in hell on earth. Thank you.
Are some men afraid that women will base respect on finances because men themselves know, say, them, na person we get money, na need respect? Is that the root cause of the problem? Is the root cause of this problem, this breadwinner problem, women as breadwinner problem, is the root cause that we base respect on finances? If girls and boys were taught that making money does not make you the head of the house, would more men find it easier when their wives are the breadwinners? Or is the problem even deeper than that? Does the problem come from the idea that there must be a head of house? I'm asking that because, hold on, hear me out. If society had not taught us that there must be a head of house, and that the head must be a man, and also that the head of the house is the financial provider, would we be where we are? Think am. If as you dey grow, you learn, say, head of house must be. The head of house must be man. The head of house na financial provider too. If you hear that thing, would we be where we are, where we have some men uncomfortable with their wives making more money than they are? Would we have men feeling like they were failures simply because they didn't have the right to control their wives? Yet they understand that their wives should not control them. And even more important than all these questions I'm asking, how can we fix this? How can we get to the point where more people stop seeing money as a reason to have more power than your spouse in the relationship? How do we get people to leave behind the idea that there must be a head of house and instead consider cooperation and partnership with their spouse? It's the way you have business partners, 50-50 in the business, and you both respect each other. If it breaks down, you call in a mediator. Why can't we deploy that in marriage? Is it impossible to deploy that in marriage? 99.3. Hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thanks for calling. What's your name?
Yeah, hi, Alex. I'm Alex.
Welcome, Alex.
I want to say something. Two quick things. There's a saying in my place that you are afraid of me because you think I'm like you.
Ah.
Right?
Okay.
I'm talking of a situation where a man thinks this is how the woman behaves because this, right?
Okay.
Then the second one is this. Your child is not walking upside down because he didn't see you growing. He didn't grow up seeing you walking with your hand on the ground.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
And your legs up, upside down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there was a caller that called last week, and he spoke exactly about and that was why I didn't bother calling.
Okay.
He said he had a chat with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You remember?
Yes, 9-year-old daughter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I think that is the only solution. If both man and wife have agreed that, look, let's be honest to these children. There are times that I am broke, madam. You too, there are times that you two are broke. The man should have that conversation with his daughter while the woman has the conversation with her son. You will find out that things will work perfect. The guy just spoke my mind. I was like, wow. It was like telepathy. I said, wow, this is exactly what I'm thinking. Somebody, I think it was the same guy, Daniel, that said, let the women talk to themselves. No, it's not the women who will talk to themselves.
Okay.
A woman who has that conversation with her daughter is not likely to succeed.
Okay.
It is the man who will be honest with his daughter to say, there are times that your mother bails me out. And then the woman too will be honest with her son and say, look, there are times that, look, this is what happens. Your father, sometimes, honestly, your father, I have to help him out. It's normal. Don't feel emasculated. When you have to ask your wife in the future for some kind of support, it's normal. It's okay. You're my partner, aren't you?
Okay. Okay.
Thanks, Sandra.
Thank you, Alex, for calling. Okay. We've got Shito, who is a first-time caller. Shito is calling us from Lekki. Shito, I've got 2 minutes, so I hope you can make your points in 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Go ahead.
Yes. I want to talk about the issue on ground.
Go ahead.
It's not easy in Nigeria here. If a woman is a breadwinner in the family, because you have a proud. You be proud, do many things like that. Even man, you can't talk. You can't say what you're supposed to say again. You understand? And something happened to me just when coronavirus. You understand? I'm always do something I'm supposed to do. When it's not happening again, my wife was. You understand? Shift small. So I just pack myself aside because I can't see anything again because of I'm not be able to do what I'm supposed to do. You understand? So even they are putting 1 naira in the house, you can't see anything. So in Nigeria and this situation we have now, it's good for a man to have everything to care for his family. Because if you say, okay, my wife say, you can help me or anything, she will even do what you can even separate them. So That's my thoughts on it.
Shito, thank you very much for calling to share your thoughts. Obviously, I disagree with you. Obviously, you haven't listened to anything at all that I've said here. Otherwise, you would have tailored your thoughts along the lines of the points that I've raised here. But because I have to take a break, unfortunately, I couldn't debate Shito on the points that he has raised. But after the break, I will make those points, and then we'll go from there. You can get in touch with us via WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. Facebook, where we're streaming live, is Nigeria Info 99.3. Nigeria Info 99.3. We're also streaming on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You can find me on social media as Sandra Ezekwesili. We'll be right back.
What's going on? Hello, pizza gang. Guess what? It's your Deals Plug, and I'm bringing you amazing news this August. Introducing the new Domino's Spicy Plantain Pizza, an irresistible, freshly baked golden delight that makes your taste buds crave for more. This August, enjoy the rich and delicious taste of plantain toppings with every bite of your pizza from Domino's. It is an August to remember with hot and spicy plantain pizza from Domino's. This perfect pizza starts from 3,000 naira with a chilled bottle of Coca-Cola. Amazing, right? What are you waiting for? Be the first to taste this amazing plantain pizza and a bottle of Coke from Domino's Pizza today. What's more, complement this new tasty plantain pizza with their new fried plantain side order, giving you an irresistible balanced perfection that goes with everything. This is the best August in the history of August with this new Domino's Spicy Plantain Pizza. Visit any of their outlets today or order via www.dominos.ng today. Delivery is absolutely free and in 25 minutes. Or you get a free pizza. For more inquiries, you can visit any of their social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Domino's Pizza Nigeria on Facebook and at Domino's NG on Twitter and Instagram.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
You get money for account. You want take small thing inside. Just do cardless withdrawal with any Momo agent. Oga, madam, where is your card? I don't forget them for house. If you do cardless withdrawal with any Momo agent. Anytime you need the money, but your card is there for yonder. Just go do cardless withdrawal with any Momo agent. Cardless withdrawal with Momo agent. Momo agent, withdraw with Momo agent. Any Momo agent.
Now you fit withdraw money even if you not hold your card for any Momo agent where they near you. Just dial *223# to take touch like the Momo agent where they near your domot. Momo agent, safe, fast, no wahala.
Everybody needs a little help every now and then. Sometimes it's sugar or salt, or an extra hand to change a flat tire, or a small loan. At Kuda Microfinance Bank, we believe that your bank should do more than just store your money. We want to do more for you. So when you use your Kuda accounts to pay bills, buy airtime, and make transfers regularly, we'll offer you an overdraft, which is a low-interest loan that you can take anytime you need it. No long talk, no collateral, no paperwork involved. Just download Kuda on the Play Store or the App Store, open a Kuda account, and use it regularly to qualify for a Kuda overdraft. Kuda, free banking for you.
There's a place, a new place, where all your dreams can come true. There's a land, a new land, where success waits for me and you. Our city built on opportunity, like the great cities of before. Alara City, Alara City. Let's go build our dreams for you and me. Alara City, our city built on opportunity, like the great cities of before. Alara City.
Alaro City, a city built on opportunity. Find opportunity, build it. If you're looking for an exciting deal on Mac, look no further. Buy Apple's latest MacBook and iMac with the new M1 chip and get 2 years warranty. Grab this exciting offer at iConnect at Palms Mall, Lekki, and iDevices store at Jara Mall, Ikeja. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, what's up?
Guy, free me, Joe.
What's with the mood?
I'm broke, no money on ground. I'm just confused.
Haha, you don't slack. When Coop One Stop is in town, you are broke.
Ha. Which one is Coop One Stop again?
That's one sure way to make cool cash. Become a Coop One Stop agent in your neighborhood, carry out banking transactions while you enjoy attractive commission, home ownership benefits, and lots more. For more information, visit any cooperative mortgage bank office close to you or call 0700-2622-6564. Visit their website at www.cmbankng.com. Coop One Stop, your one-stop solution.
I am Laburu, and I'm back. For those of you who wanted to see me go down, I am coming for you all.
Bringing you the latest weekly happenings from pop culture, music, movies, celebrity drop-bys, all wrapped up in great conversation on The Buzz Info. With radio's fabulous Ugochi Adua and Pundit every Fridays from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Aha! So Airpeace has now commenced direct flights to Dakar, Freetown and Banjul from Lagos. Yeah, so start planning your trip because Airpeace got you. Lagos to Dakar, Freetown and Banjul flights will operate on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays with the superb Embraer 195 E2 jets. Fly Airpeace from Lagos to Dakar, Freetown, Banjul and enjoy a world-class travel experience on the brand new E195. For bookings, head to our website flyairpeace.com or download the Airpeace mobile app on Play Store or App Store. Airpeace, your peace, our goal.
Adebowale Oludotun Nigeria Limited is in need for nationwide distributors for Canny Paper. Canny Paper is the newly upgraded high-quality household tissue paper. Made from imported raw wood pulp, Canny tissue paper is purely natural, created with high-quality products. Delicate and impeccable in every detail, only worthy of your extraordinary taste. It can be used indoors, in the kitchen, outdoors, in the cars, and restaurants and bars. It can also be used as a sanitary towel for ladies in the case of an emergency, and it is totally safe to use for babies. Today, Canny Paper Co. Limited boasts of modern factories, world-class production equipment, industry-leading production technology, and high-quality raw materials. You can locate us at Kilometer 14, Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, opposite Obasanjo Farm. To be a distributor, please call Korede on 0703-065-4058 or 0805-828-5090 for more information.
Your ticket from Baskin to yesterday's gone today, If it be a lucky day for Baskin to you are royal, you oh, you come make me bet with Baskin to go check these scores, today, if it be a lucky day.
Playground for kings. If you're looking for an exciting deal on Mac, look no further. Buy Apple's latest MacBook and iMac with the new M1 chip and get 2 years warranty. Grab this exciting offer at iConnect at Palms Mall, Lekki, and iDevices store at Jara Mall, Ikeja. Terms and conditions apply.
Nice strike!
Guy, imagine say Messi, Ronaldo with Mbappe dey your house. Imagine the kind football experience where you go enjoy. Go imagine say you cross leg on top share, then flex for your house because now our home, our football with La Liga, Serie A and Premier League.
No dey imagine things so. Go get your own GoTV decoder plus 1 month of mass subscription for only 6,900 naira. I'll make you enjoy all the ogbonge live matches wey full ground this season. GoTV, love it.
You don't wait for life. You go to meet life.
It's not about how many chances you get. It's what you do with what you've got. Morning after morning, cup after cup. Start strong, finish strong with the stimulating aroma and rich, creamy taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. It all starts with a Nescafe.
Bringing you the latest weekly happenings from pop culture, music, movies, celebrity drop-bys, all wrapped up in great conversation on the Buzz Info. With radio's fabulous Ugochi Adua and Pundit every Fridays from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
It's 4:34. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and we've been having this conversation for a while. This is the final version of this conversation. We've taken so many calls, we've heard so many opinions, and everyone's trying to talk about what happens when a woman is the breadwinner. We've talked about some of the factors that lead to problems when women are the breadwinner, and for me, in an ideal world, now you might say to me, oh, Sandra, you're a dreamer. Oh, Sandra, you're trying to upset the apple cart, blah, blah, blah. But in an ideal world, either the husband or the wife can be the breadwinner and it wouldn't be a big deal. Whichever one that is not the breadwinner will not feel less than, will not feel like their manhood or their womanhood is in question, will not feel like some of your holy books say an infidel. They wouldn't lord it over their partner if they are the breadwinner. In that ideal world, the rest of society would not pass judgment on a couple based on who is making more money or who is working outside the home or who is working in the home. Because raising children, doing house chores, all of that is work. And that's why my phrasing is very particular. Working in the home. People would respect the decisions and the situations of that family. That's an ideal world. How do we create that ideal world? That's the conversation we're having at the moment. So the glass ceiling has an opinion on what the ideal world looks like. We're not debating whether or not women can be breadwinners, all those things. We've done it for weeks. Today's the final episode. We're now in the solutions stage. How do we create that ideal world? How do we make the world more accepting of a situation where wives are breadwinners? How do we make wives handle that role without demeaning and ridiculing their husbands? How do we make husbands handle that situation without lashing out against their wives, finding fault in everything, letting their egos be shattered? How do we make society understand that this is not something to mock a man over? Are some men afraid that women will base respect on finances because men themselves, some men at least, base respect on finances? Is that the root cause of the problem? Is the root cause of the problem that as a society, we base respect on finances? If a person is not a poor person, I beg, deserve respect. But if not a rich person, we go hear what you want to, we go respect them. If we teach our boys and girls, like one of my callers last week said, and Alex also reiterated, if we teach our boys and girls that making money does not make you head of the house, would more men find it easier when their wives are the breadwinners? Or is it deeper than that? Is it deeper than that? Before the break, I was asking if the problem comes from the idea that there must be a head of house. Because it's like Alex said, the reason you walk on both feet is because you saw people walking on both feet. If you were born and you saw them walking on their hands and legs or with their head, you'll be walking on your hands and leg or with your head. So if we did not, as a society, teach that there must be a head of house, and that the head of house must be a man, and that the head of house is the financial provider, would we be where we are? Would we have men feeling like they were failures simply because they don't have the right to control their wives, which is what finances does? Because these men understand that their wives should not control them. But when you flip it, the arguments will become. So how can we fix this? How can we get to the point where more people stop seeing money as a reason to have more power over their spouse in the relationship? How do we get people to leave behind the idea that there must be a head of house and instead consider cooperation, partnership with their spouse? Women, call me on 01465 7190. Women, 01465 7190. Men, call me on 0700 993 993 993. 0700 993 993 993. We've got Peter in Shomolu on the line. Hello, Peter. Thank you very much for calling us.
Hello, Sandra. Good evening.
Long time no hear.
Honestly speaking, that's what I told the lady.
Yeah, welcome back.
I just enjoy this program, and luckily for me, I'm at home today.
Okay.
I just take my rest.
Okay.
Sandra, I'm a bachelor.
Okay.
But let me respond from the last comment you made, which sounds like a question. Okay. From what that lady said, that people were born to see people walking with two legs, not walking with their hands. And I want to say, now can we begin to teach people to walk with their hands and change from the original one they came to meet? Sandra, you know that when they quote scripture that money answereth all things. And also you find out that in Nigeria, even in politics, if you don't have money, you can't go anywhere. We will say we cannot have new politicians because they don't have the financial muscle to get there. In other words, it's like a societal problem. And it's a cultural norm that everybody has come to find out that money will give you mouth to talk. In fact, there are some preachers who will tell you that they are praying for you, that God will so give you so much money that in your family meeting, if you are not there, no decision will be taken. If you are not, now what are you taking from it? That means that is that the society just yield to it, that it is money. So I don't know how we will be able to change this. If we try to change it, are we going against how we met it, which I believe is the creator that made it that way? I don't know. Can you find out from the scriptures for me how women were living then?
So that's the thing, Peter. There are so many other cultural norms, quote unquote, that we have changed. So I'll give you one example: owning slaves. We don't own slaves anymore. It's illegal to own slaves. That's why, that's why when it came out that in Libya there were slaves, the whole world wanted to run mad. Killing twins, there was a time that it was normal. But we said, okay, this cultural norm is not serving us anymore. And we moved away from it.
Yeah.
Different kinds of cultural norms that we used to hold on to before, but we don't hold on to anymore.
That's why I'm saying, can we begin to preach the gospel of changing it now?
I don't know. Do you think that we can, Peter? Do you think we can?
I think if we start, somebody started the abolition of slave trade, and today it is no more there. So I think if we find out some abnormality in it, we can start the gospel from church, from mosque, from market, in political life. We start the gospel. Now, along the line, I think everybody will adapt to it.
Peter, thank you very much for calling. Well, that's the gospel we're preaching right here on the show. Lakon is in Unilag. Hi, Lakon.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome.
On the pattern, I believe in the what the man said. See, I believe that men respond to stimuli. Okay. And when you are walking up to a woman, before you even say hi, she's telling you how much do you have in your pocket.
Okay.
If you don't have 1 million naira, if you don't have a car, you can't marry. If you don't have a house, you can't marry.
Are you using an earpiece?
I'm using an earpiece. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, this is much better. Go ahead.
So, like I said, so if the woman is already putting money over everything, she's not talking about character or any other thing. She's not talking about how she can come into the house and help. Then it becomes a problem. Then the man sees it. The man responds, knowing that if he has money, if he has $1 million in his account, if he has a car and he has a 3-bedroom apartment, he has a plot of land somewhere, then and he feels that he can get anything he wants. So that is meant for you. So it is up to you women. So, and the audio of the woman you played, that one for me is more like an isolated case.
It's not. It's not. We received so many calls. I just played one.
Yes, of course.
So are they all isolated cases?
Well, the woman was coming from
her own personal experience.
Yeah, I think.
And all the people who called also said the same things, that their partners, their husbands, told them that they held their destiny.
No. I'm actually looking at the woman's. You actually played the audio of the woman. You took an interest in that one in particular, and I'm saying in that case you cannot really use it to counter.
And I'm telling you that I just played a random one. I can play you 3 other ones, and they all said the same thing. Do you want me to play you 3 other ones?
Okay. All right. I know you don't need to. I understand. I understand. Okay. But I think I think we should cut the men some slack here. It is not really easy. Okay, we have to face the women who are not looking at our character or
but that's the thing. But that's the thing, Lekon. This conversation is not about men. This conversation is about society. And who makes up society? It's men and women, right?
Men and women.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so this conversation is not targeted at men. It's targeted at women and men. Because remember that I said that we need to have a situation where women are making money and they're not seeing it as, oh, now I have power. Because they've been experiencing men make money and seeing it as, now I have power. So how do we create an environment where the fact that you have more money than I do, the fact that you're making more money in the family than I am, does not make you Lord and Master? How do we create that environment? That's the question we're asking.
First of all, the woman will need to put money on one side and look at character and all other things that make up a man. It is not only money that make up a man. Then the man also, in particular, in response, should also allow his wife to assist in taking responsibility.
See that when you were having the advice for the women, your voice was strong, but when it got to the men, we were like Lekon, thank you very much for calling me. Let's go to WhatsApp and see the comments that we have. We've got about 8 minutes before we have to take another break. People love the glass ceiling. That's why they're all advertising here. Let's see. Sandra, hold on. What's that message? Sandra, I agree to stay on the point that women should start to conceive and teach to be the breadwinner when it is called for. Johnson from Surulere says, for me, I don't even want it to be one person carrying the load. That's why I'm such a big believer in everybody should work. The woman is working, the man is working, and you're both splitting the bill 50-50. However 50-50 works out. So say the woman is making maybe 70,000 as salary, and maybe the man is making 150,000 as salary. So she brings 50% of that, and he brings 50% of his 150, and they use it to run the home. Or the woman is making 300k as salary, and the man is making 120k as salary. She brings 50% of that, he brings 50% of that, and they run the home. That's one example. You can just, change it, tweak it to fit the purpose of your household. So if one person is making more money, maybe they will take care of the bigger expenses, like rent, if you're living in a rented apartment, school fees, that sort of thing. So that way, everybody feels like they're pulling their weight. Nobody feels like they're disrespected. And if you're already pulling your weight, it makes it a bit more difficult for you to start to feel some type of way when you are unable to pull your weight, because you've shown track record that if you day, I dey pull my weight. So that's for those that it's already too late for. Those of us that are adults and have children, it's too late for us. But for the adults of tomorrow that we're raising today, could we raise them differently than we were raised? Is that possible, or is that a pipe dream? 99.3. Hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You have Sociable on the line.
Sociable, welcome. Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Sociable. Oh, sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hi. Good evening. Yes, welcome.
This is Olubumi calling from Ijebu.
Welcome, Olubumi.
Thank you. My contribution is that men should stop maltreating their wives when they are in power. Because that is what is bringing. It is the result of what they are doing that they are also reaping. They should stop seeing women as inferior when they are on top. When they should take care of the woman, respect her still, so that when the woman too comes to power, she too can say, "Oh, my husband has been good." Then she also will replicate what the husband has done. So that way, all these issues are going to be solved, at least a certain extent.
Okay.
That's my take.
That's your take. Thank you very much, Olubumi, for calling to share your take. We've got Femilonia who says, Sandra, in the ideal world you talked about, don't you think women need to start proposing to men as well? Well, they are. Social media is awash with videos of women proposing to men. Don't you think they need to start picking dates for their weddings also? They are. Social media is awash with women doing this. So, talk another one. Let's see. Sandra, you need to create a line for those calling from outside Nigeria. Okay. Okay, we're going to try and figure out a way to solve that problem. Maybe we'll give you guys access to call in via Skype. Okay, I think we could make that happen. So we could let you, give us a call via Skype. I'm going to talk with the team and see how we can make that work. All right, we've got 1 minute left. Let me talk to Kelechi in Egbeda very quickly. Kelechi, how are you?
I am fine and good.
Welcome. You've got 1 minute.
Okay, like the topic we are talking about, the truth of the matter is that it's not natural for the woman to be the breadwinner of the home. Like the analysis you gave that you prefer 50-50. If that becomes 50-50, being humans, it can make us to become co-heads.
Okay.
Because if we want to go scriptural way, the Bible says that the man is the head. Being the head, it is the responsibility of every responsible man who really want to maintain that God-given responsibility, no matter how small you have, to maintain your home. Whereby the woman is contributing, the Bible said the woman is a helper. It is whatever you have, she helps you to manage it. The day you come with 2,000, she manages with 2,000. The day you come with 100,000, she manages with, and the home will be going. Then she needs to, when you are not around, she made that contribution to help you cover up our lapses. And when it's necessary, we cover it up. That's why I told my wife, save your money. Let me take care of the house.
All right, Kelechi, thank you very much. You know, in business, you have 50-50 partnership between two business partners. Neither of them is the head. And yet they're able to run the company and take decisions. It works because they both have respect for each other. If more husbands respected their wives the way some of them respect their business partners, marriages without a head could work. It could. But I think this is not a conversation that will end, We'll come back to it maybe next year, maybe towards the end of the year. But this is the final episode of this series. We'll move on to something else next week, Wednesday. But it's been fun. If you missed any part, you can listen again online. You can also find me online, Sandra Ezekwesili. Let's talk about POS fraud next. That's happening at 5 o'clock. Don't miss it.
This is an infomercial.
Niger Shopping Festival.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.